Today in this video, I'm going to report back to you the result of my 30 days clean eating challenge and the full review of one of Indonesian diet meal plan company called Green Spoon. How many kilograms did I lose? And will I ever use this meal plan company service again? Let's get into it. Before I share my result, I have to give you the full review of this meal plan company service first. Let's start with the whole month menu. For the past 4 weeks, they've given me 32.5% Indonesian food, 20% Chinese food, 15% Western food, 10% Korean food, 7.5% Japanese food, 2.5% Thai food, 2.5% Vietnamese food, 2.5% Malaysian, 2.5% Mexican, 2.5% Greece, and 2.5% Italian. So the type of the food they provide most often is definitely Indonesian, followed by Chinese and other Asian food, which in my opinion, that's what they're good at. As I mentioned in the previous video about Western food, by the way, if you haven't watched it, go to that video first and then come back, okay? What am I saying again? Oh yeah, about Western food. I'm definitely not a fan of their Western cooking, but fortunately, they only given me 3 times of Western food, but they definitely nailed the burger. The chicken is quite juicy. Even the bun is a bit dry because it's wheat bread, but overall, I still enjoyed it. And I appreciate they even give us a type of food that I rarely eat, like Mexican and Greece. They nailed the burrito for sure. The cheese is melted and I did reheat it on a pan so the skin got crispy. I have to admit, it's even better than some other normal burrito out there, you know? I never tried Greece food before and it was divine. The beef is seasoned to perfection, the rice is really fragrant, and my favorite part is the white sauce and the chili sauce. Yes, it was that good. I never know I would like Greece food and I definitely need to get more of those in my life. For portion-wise, I think it's still too little. Most of the time, I don't feel full even after my meal, so I ended up going to bed early because I was starving. But I guess it was good for me because more sleeping, less eating, right? The thing that I miss the most is definitely my dessert because I am a big dessert girl and I have to eat something sweet after a savory meal. But because the instructions tell me not to snack between meals and especially I have to avoid high-fat, high-sugar food, so that's what I did. The second thing that I miss the most is my breakfast or lunch, depending what time I ate my first meal of the day. In a normal day, I would have smoothie or maybe overnight oatmeal or cereal for breakfast. But because I try to keep my calorie intake under 1,000 a day, so if I ate breakfast and breakfast is around like what, 100, 200 calories already, and I can't have the fruit that I'm supposed to eat, right? So I rather have the fruit and I can eat like one piece every like 2 or 3 hours rather than like have a big breakfast and then throughout the day I don't have anything to snack. That's just my preference, so I completely don't eat breakfast. I rather have small portion of fruit throughout the day. Because I don't eat breakfast, some days are harder than the other, depending how busy I am in the morning that day. The other thing that was inconvenient for me is on the weekend because I have to cook myself a meal or I have to get takeout from the restaurant. They had calorie information on their menu. And let me tell you, in Indonesia, and I'm recording this in December 2020, there's not many restaurants that have calorie information on their menu. So for me, the option is not much. It's either this healthified fast food or this poke bowl. And thankfully, their meals taste pretty great, but the price is not cheap though. The healthified fast food is around 50,000 rupiah and the poke bowl is around 80,000 rupiah. And again, I'm using Indonesian standard for these prices because normal meal is maybe around 40 or 50,000 rupiah. So the poke bowl definitely is in the expensive side. Oh yeah, there's 1 or 2 times that I will have to work outside since I only can drink water or unsweetened tea or coffee. And that day I already had my coffee, so I ordered plain iced tea on the coffee shop. Plain iced tea. Yeah, you heard me right. plain iced tea. And there's one time in IKEA, I didn't bring any water and the vending machine doesn't have any water, so I brought Coke Zero, which doesn't have any sugar, so that's fine. One more thing about the meal plan service. So the first day of my subscription, I found out that they provide us with plastic cutlery, but I don't even use that because I eat it at my home. So I request them not to give me any more for the next day. But on the first week, the whole week, they still give me the plastic cutlery. So I don't know what's with the service there. I have to remind them every day to take it out before they send it to me. But the second week, they finally got it right. Now is the part that you probably most curious about, my weight. Before I start this whole thing, I was 63.5 kilograms. After 2 weeks, I was 62 kilograms, and in the end, I was 60.3 kilograms. So in total, I lost 3.2 kilograms. I don't feel the significant difference, maybe because it's only 3 kilograms, but my husband did say that my waist looked a little bit smaller, so that's a good thing. And this is a comparison between 1 month ago and today. It's not much, but for me, a person who can never lose weight for the past 5 years, that's pretty good. So will I ever use this kind of service again? Probably not anytime soon because I do miss my food so much. I love noodle, I love cooking my own food. Yeah, the cooking part is definitely the part that I miss the most. Cooking and experimenting in the kitchen is definitely part of the experience for me. But I might use this kind of service again in the future, maybe about once every 1 or 2 years, maybe. I just want to keep my weight around 60 because I think it's the sweet spot for me. I don't have to starve, but I still look okay, I guess. Honestly, I don't like being too skinny, so 60 is a pretty good spot for me. So that's it for my review. Will you try this kind of meal plan service? Or have you tried other meal plan service company? Tell me in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!